Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for cheering me up with your fabulous comments on my last video with the big freeze. I am up and at 'em and I am inspired and I have plans. And you know what? Now's the time to work on that garden room because I need to make space to grow more seeds. And I need to make space for future caterpillars that I'm going to raise in there. So I'm just going to show you a little bit, bring you along. I've got some good ideas I think are going to work great to give me more bang for my buck as far as use of space. So let's go check it out in there, what it looks like before. You're just going to get a quick peek because it's a hot mess. So this is a section I want to work on now. It's a full table that I built with milk crates and such, and I usually grow my plants here or have seeds starting, which I want to get back over here. The thing is that my seed starter lights stand on the floor. You know what? I can show you with the ones down here. Here they are on their stands, my grow lights. Like if I bump one of them, they wobble and then they'll get tangled up and then they'll all go and I have to stand them all back up again. And these come off right there. And so you can just have the hanging piece because that's where the power is, and hang them so they're straight down and not have to have the stand. That's what I'm going to try and do on the other side. Let me back up and just give you a quick before. This is going to be my seed starting area. This is where I am right now. This is a mat. It's been here, but it doesn't allow water to go through it because I have just wood under there. And these are old wine racks that I collect at yard sales or thrift stores. I love them for holding things up, and I just use them for a variety of things. So I'm going to keep these here, but then I have that metal shelf right there, topper. It's kind of rusting, but who cares? And I'm going to move it down and set it on top of these two, and that's where I'll put my plants, because this does later in the day get some decent sunlight in here for them. And then I'll leave this front part for my seed starting setup. Okay, be back. Okay, here's where I am now. Now I'm going to use my little friends here and hook these pipes together. These are from the infamous greenhouse, and I'm gonna run them through the holes in these milk crates, and then I can slide the lights on them and they'll just hang down over my seedling trays. At least that's my plan. Let's see how it comes together. Ta-da! I like it, you guys. I love that my lights aren't like on the floor blocking access to this, and every time I walk up to it, they're all gonna fall over. So I've got my little seed trays in there. And the grow lights are suspended and hanging over. And then on the tray above, I've got little seedlings that can just get sunlight up there. And then in the ends that are holding the little poles, they're facing out so I can store some potting trays, seedling trays in there. Same with the other end. There's my little pot of zinnias that I had covered and in here, and they made it. So I love this setup, you guys. I love it. I got a little more done in the garden room. I still have these guys in here, which I'll move them out, but I don't need the enclosures right now. Clearly, I have no caterpillars. I straightened up my work table a little bit And then you saw I did all of this, but what else I did is I opened up. This just had stuff everywhere. And yes, I still, like, that's my last thing. I'm gonna organize all of that and get rid of some of it. But I'm backing up again. Look at my, like, desk area. Oh my gosh, I love it. So all of these little drawer things where I, store all of my supplies, they were down here, and there's just a bunch of junk up there behind them, and so I got rid of all that and moved them up there. And now I have like this whole desk space. Like this desktop, I got at IKEA. They have this like clearance section, and like all kinds of countertops and stuff are in there. I think I paid like maybe $12 for it, maybe 15. It's fabulous. And it's just sitting on top of an old microwave cart and some these milk crates that I have built my entire garden room out of pretty much. So how long will it stay this way? I don't know, but I'm gonna love it. I just love how open this is out here now. I cannot wait till there are caterpillars in those, but this was a good day, y'all. This was a good day. Hey everyone, it's Wednesday. I'm going to get started doing some things in this garden, but I'm not trimming back anything unless it's in a pot that I plan to take in if another freeze comes, which for the 10-day outlook, I love that bird, thank you. Another 10-day outlook. Don't you love when I lose my train of thought because I'm interrupted by a beautiful bird? Or a butterfly, but unfortunately I have not seen butterfly. Oh, how I would love to see one. I have nothing to offer it. This is off track, but that's me. As some of you have been saying, like, you actually have butterflies and you have no flowers. So that's kind of what I want to work on. And I lost my train of thought again. Oh, potted plants. Potted plants that I can take inside, in the house inside, if there's another freeze. But the 10-day outlook looks good now. And we're actually going to be like the last, like next week, 70s, mid 70s with lows in the 50s. Thank you. Let's stay that way. Okay. So I'm just going to go yank those covers off and fold them up. You're not going to have to watch me do that. But I just wanted you to know, like, the things that I'm working on today. And then I need to give everything a good watering because plants lose a lot of water in a freeze, clearly. Look at those. And thank you, those of you in northern climates who have these and says this is normal, it's what they do, the split leaves, and they'll come back. You just gave me such relief for my garden, and I so appreciate these comments because my garden has not seen anything like this. And it's nice to hear from some of you who are in northern climates who experience this regularly, just letting me know that I can have some hope. You guys, there's a little sulphur butterfly. My first butterfly spotting after the freeze. It's an orange-barred sulphur. Oh, this is so wonderful to see. I don't have hardly any flowers for you, little one, but you are absolutely beautiful. The little sulphur is back. I saw it flying around down here. I do have my beach verbena blooming, and I'm trying to gather up anything in a pot that's flowering and just kind of putting it all in here, but I certainly don't have much. Y'all, I'm taking down my greenhouse. Look at all the dead stuff in there. But look what I just found. Look at this. This is a Mexican sunflower. It lived. Look at everybody else in the pot. So I'm going to just dig this little one out and pot it and put it down. And with my other little plants I'm gathering together, I'll show you that in a minute. All right, I got the plastic off, and look over here. Another little fabulous survivor. Now there's some rue in here, and my rue outside did, so that's great. But look at this. Little privet senna. How precious is that? So I'm gonna pot that little one up and move it down to my collection. Like I said, I'll show you. Oh my gosh, this makes me happy. Look at my nice clean garden room. I wanted to show you that I did make a list of my plants that did great in my journal, and so I'll just leave it there. And if you want to like screenshot it or jot some down, these ones over here are the non-native. These are all, I'm pretty sure they're all native. Maybe not the rue. Is rue native? I don't think of rue as native or not native. And where I have basil beside, it shows that the basil leaves are like nice and fresh and green. Okay, now I'm gonna go show you what I've been working on in the garden. That little orange barred sulphur, and then later I saw cloudless sulphur, inspired me to gather up everything that either has a flower, which are not very many, or is going to flower sooner than anything else. And I put them all together in the middle of the flower garden area, so they'll be easy to find for butterflies or pollinators that are in search of nectar. Now you have to excuse all my little cones. I just tossed them there because they'll have condensation in them and I want them to dry out before I stack them. But right behind them, look at that little group of plants. These are my survivors, y'all, my flowering survivors. And right up front is that sweet little Mexican sunflower. There's the privet senna and some lantana depressa. Of course, we've already looked at the beach verbena. I got to get more of that because that came through really, really great. The two buddleias that I rescued from, was it Lowe's, I think? I trimmed them all up, so they should push out blooms. A couple of my red pentas made it. There's one right there, and oh, the other one's right in front of it. That were behind me. I'll show you. The rest of them are not so great. And then this is that black night buddleia. It did great. And this is my blue sage. It's like the plum crazy one. I cut off, its top part of its tag is cut off, but it's looking good. The one stem is. So hopefully I'll get more flowers in this section, and what pollinators come, we'll have something at least while we're waiting for everything else. But it also is this little happy spot in the midst of the dead that, you know, has potential. So at least when I walk down here, there's something bright and happy right in the middle. And then here's my pentas. Look at them all. There's a few, like the ones back there. I think if I would have like put 2 or 3 blankets over them, it probably would have done the trick. And honestly, thinking about the blanket I put over this was this big rectangular one. It's really hard to work with because it's huge and it's hard to fold. I like the circular ones. I think I'll order more of the circular ones to have on hand for next year, and I can just like overlap them. They're very easy to throw out because they don't have corners. They're round, kind of like a parachute. And then I can layer one over the other anywhere I would need them. I'd rather have a bunch of those than that big rectangular one. And then of course the zip up ones, you know, even though this happened to my pipe vine in the hard freeze, the cover, the zip up cover did work for the just dropping down to 31.30. It was the two nights at 25 it couldn't take, but I wonder if I put like 2 over, if it would have made a difference. I don't know, and hopefully I don't have to find out for a very long time. I feel like these really hard freezes come like cyclically. So hopefully it's gonna be 10 years. That's my hope before we have another one. Look at my wild lime back here. Look, do you see? Little cloudless sulphur. She was just on the beach of Urbina. Okay, I have a few bright spots to show you in my garden. Things that make me smile. I noticed down here where all of my crunchy snow square stem are, in the back there is a snowberry. See it? It's green. Remember I was digging them up and moving them out of here? Well, I guess I didn't notice that one. So I will dig it up and move it out because it gets overwhelmed when the snow square stem comes in. But not right now. Like if the snow square stem doesn't come back, then I'll leave it there. But it was a lovely, lovely little find. If my elephant ears don't come back, I have this precious sweet baby here. This is the one that was growing up on the other side of my fence that I went and dug up and moved in and saved. And I have it in case the others don't come back. My swamp milkweeds that are growing back are just fine. They're still growing strong. They even provided shelter for too many aphids. Over here behind my crunchy monstera, I found a wonderful sign of life. Look what's growing right there. Passiflora incense, and it looks fresh and new, untouched by the freeze. I love it. Another little plant that was hidden by snow square stem and this firebush. There's a little Jamaican caper in there. I thought I got that out, but I didn't. And you know what? My other Jamaican capers look terrible, but this one's still looking good. So that's a little secret. It's going to stay right there, but I can dig it up and move it out later when I'm sure spring temperatures are staying. If need be, if my other ones don't come back, I'll still have this one. There's signs of life in my golden cana pot. That makes me very happy. If we look closely down in my coral fire spike, look at there, you can see some green in there, which is a wonderful sign. And best of all, right here with my crunchy pipe vine, if we come all the way down to the bottom, all the way down, look, there's little tiny baby pipe vine leaves. This made my day. So, see, there are some little bright spots in the garden, and this gives me so much hope. I am so excited to keep working out here and keep working on bringing more life back into this garden. It's going to be fabulous. And as I'm looking around, y'all, I have so many ideas. Inspirations are on fire. Okay, see you in my next video. Tap the like button. Bye, everyone.